bullpen hiccups that you had over the last week or so. How helpful was a game like yesterday?
I thought JT threw a nice game yesterday. Obviously, getting a big cushion for JT gave him margin for error, and he used it. I think a lot of times young guys go out when they get a lead like that, lose focus, lose concentration. It's easy, to let things kind of get out of control. But for JT yesterday, once we gave him a lead, I think his focus was on finishing the game, and he came close to it.
And as far as helping, sort of reset everybody else out there.
Well, if you're speaking about our bullpen was reset. I mean, we've got all fresh guys. There's no reset to that situation. I mean, we're going to go through games where bullpen, doesn't have success. That's just part of the season. It's never going to go perfect. So, for us, our bullpen, I think, has been a strength. Over the last couple of days, maybe not, but overall, I think they've contributed to a lot of our success.
I understand Jacob was probably better than his line looked last time out. What are you looking from him tonight?
Well, for Jacob, the biggest issue for Jacob is to be in the strike zone. To not give up free bases. Jacob does have a tendency to, run deep counts. So I'd be on the aggressive. Go after these guys tonight, and I think good things will happen.
I know you got a few new pieces this year, but are you starting to see the upside of the core and just guys that have now played together for a bit now and have some familiarity with each other, and just the comfort of knowing they're in the big leagues and productive players?
Well, I mean, the core's been together probably since 24, with Rooker, Butler being the first two guys that we signed to extensions this offseason, with Tyler and with Jacob, getting them done. Lang's been the nucleus, I think, the longest tenured A with me, with Rooker and him, I think. But, the group is matured. Obviously, you'd like to accelerate the progress, but sometimes that's just not possible. And, our position player group is the leaders of kind of direction right now. We've got a couple of veteran pitchers in the rotation with Severino and Springs. We're developing guys like JT Ginn and Jacob Lopez. We got some younger guys down in the minor leagues that should have bright futures to be able to come up and help us. So, when we started the journey of turning things in a different direction in 22, 23 was a tough year, but I think we've made a lot of progress since then.
Like, is it just a natural that guys might play with more conviction, say, just the longer they are in the big leagues and the longer they're, maybe confident in their abilities and know that they belong here?
I don't know if the right word's conviction. I think it might be confidence. Once you have established yourself and you have, multiple years in the big leagues, there's a feeling that you belong, and a feeling that, even if you're off to a rough start, you've had enough time here with enough at-bats and enough history to know you'll get to where you need to be. And I think that's the biggest contributing factor to, lasting success, really.
And speaking of one of the new guys, what did the organization see in Carlos and maybe identify that has helped him, become a viable big leaguer and a contributor for you guys?
Well, Carlos didn't get an opportunity with the Mets. He's always been a professional hitter. If you look at his track record throughout minor league baseball, he's over a 300 hitter, I believe. We got an opportunity to give him a chance last year. He started in AAA. We called him up. He impressed us in terms of just the plate discipline. He also played pretty good defense. It was here that he actually put a glove on and played third base as a position player. So a lot of good intangibles about Carlos. And again, we're really happy he's on our roster. He's been able to help with the absence of Brent Rooker for a while. Shea Langlier's with the baby. With Denzel Clark being down out of center field, Lawrence Butler's gone out to center. Carlos Cortez has played right, so it's nice to have some depth there.
Was the WBC a little bit of a boost for him as well, just getting that?
Well, you could say it was a boost, but you could also say it took away from some of his preparation. With all these guys, you look at, some guys got off to good starts, some guys got off to slow starts that were a part of the WBC, but overall he should have definitely been on that team, and I think that representing his country, he and Daryl both deserve that honor, and they played really well for the WBC and the Puerto Rican team.